A lone basketball arcs beneath arena lights. The crowd freezes. Swish. Another long-range bomb from Stephen Curry, the NBA's three-point king. He's a three-time champion, two-time MVP, and the man who bent modern basketball to his will. But as the roar fades and the camera pulls back, another picture sharpens. Curry, the entrepreneur, philanthropist, father, believer. He's using the same limitless mindset that rewired basketball to rewire opportunity itself. Through storytelling, underdog pipelines, community kitchens, equity deals, and playground blueprints. This film isn't just about the shots he makes, it's about the futures he's making. Unanimous media and creative control. We fade to a studio set. Curry stands behind the camera, script in hand. In 2018, at the peak of his stardom, he and producer Eric Payton launched Unanimous Media, determined to elevate underrepresented voices and faith-infused stories that Hollywood too often ignores. Their first move, a groundbreaking global partnership with a major studio, show business's version of a Supermax, but for storytelling power. Sony Pictures came aboard for feature films. Amazon ordered a holiday special rooted in family and wonder. A quirky primetime show, Holy Moly, turned mini golf into appointment television and sent ratings soaring past network expectations. On the scripted side, Unanimous revived Norman Lear's Good Times, developed a women's basketball drama, and optioned a sweeping civil rights biopic, each project stamped with optimism and inclusivity. Most personal is Stephen Curry, Underrated, the 2023 documentary that lets viewers feel every skipped heartbeat of his climb from skinny prospect to cultural icon. Unanimous even took to the page, launching children's books such as I Have a Superpower, teaching kids that height, hype, and pedigree do not define destiny. The imprint's next series tackles STEM heroines, showing girls that lab coats and layups share the same spark. From sound stages to library aisles, Curry isn't merely the subject of stories, he's the storyteller, steering cameras and imaginations toward voices long left in the dark. Underrated story and tour. Picture a dusty high school gym, a wiry teen hoisting jumpers nobody asked to watch. Curry was once a 3-star recruit, ignored by powerhouse programs. Told his frame was too slight, his shot too funky. Davidson College took a gamble. The kid repaid it with a March Madness fairy tale that crashed brackets and introduced the world to long-range audacity. That memory fuels the Underrated Tour, a national showcase where high school players ranked 3 stars or below get elite coaching, performance analytics, and front-row eyes from college scouts. The camp rejects velvet rope culture. Registration is free. Travel stipends level the field, and every athlete exits with a personalized skills report card. Curry often arrives incognito in sweatpants, slipping pointers between drills, reminding kids they own their narrative. His mantra, "You don't need stars next to your name to shine," echoes through squeaking sneakers and nervous laughter. Success stories already stack up. A Detroit guard earned a Big Ten scholarship. A Phoenix forward became the first in her family to attend college. And the mission keeps scaling. An Underrated golf tour now swings through historic courses, while plans for an esports bracket promise to spotlight coders and gamers whose talents usually stay online. For Curry, every overlooked arena is simply the next court to conquer. Family, faith, and eat, learn, play. Cut to a Bay Arena dinner table. Stephen bows his head beside Aisha and their 3 kids. Faith is the quiet rhythm, guiding every workout and boardroom vote. He often says he's a believer first, athlete second, describing prayer as his pre-game warm-up for life itself. At home, he's not an MVP. He's bedtime story dad, acting out David and Goliath with sock puppet theatrics, while Riley, Ryan, and Cannon giggle under the covers. That grounding birthed Eat, Learn, Play, the foundation the Currys launched to attack childhood hunger, literacy gaps, and place-based deserts. In 5 years, they've served 15 million meals, refurbished 30 school libraries, and transformed empty lots into color-splashed courts where laughter now drowns out traffic. During the pandemic, the foundation commandeered shuttered restaurants, kept chefs employed, and funneled hot dinners to families otherwise left behind by school closures. Volunteers recall Stephen personally loading vans at dawn, his jersey swapped for a fluorescent vest. Aisha amplifies the mission through cookbooks and a cooking show platform that funnels royalties back into nutrition programs. Meanwhile, the Curry kids help pack weekend meals because philanthropy in his house is a family sport. Humility, integrity, and service, the same values that shaped a boy from Charlotte, now radiate through thousands of Oakland childhood. Howard Golf and breaking norms. First light streaks across a Washington, D.C. fairway. A student athlete in bison blue lines up a birdie putt. This shot exists because Curry wrote a 7-figure pledge to resurrect Division I golf at Howard University, an HBCU with passion but no varsity team. The idea sparked in 2019 when senior Otis Ferguson randomly asked Curry for a round. Minutes later, they were hatching a blueprint over borrowed clubs. Months after the handshake, Howard unveiled men's and women's teams complete with brand new uniforms, Callaway equipment, and paid tournament travel. The returns arrived swiftly. The program captured its conference title. 2 players notched top 10 national finishes, and recruiting pipelines opened from Atlanta to Accra. Curry also funded a new training facility featuring swing analyst tech, once reserved for PGA pros. So Howard golfers dissect form with the same data precision that fuels NBA shot charts. Beyond trophies, the program doubles as a mentorship engine. Athletes host junior clinics in city parks, echoing Curry's belief that greens and fairways should welcome every zip code and hue. Plans are underway for a scholarship endowment to lock sustainability long after his pledge sunsets. In true Curry fashion, the putt is only the beginning. The ripple is the real play. Business with purpose. But Curry's boldest equity swing comes not on fairways, inside Silicon Valley boardrooms. To keep everything mission-aligned, he formed SC30 Inc., a holding company that vets deals against 3 filters: community impact, long-term scalability, and personal curiosity. Tonal, redefining the home gym. Curry bought into Tonal when it was a whisper of a prototype. Intrigued by its AI-driven coaching, the wall-mounted smart gym now logs 1 million workouts and partners with public school districts that lack full weight rooms. Curry films exclusive routines and donates units to recreation centers where bench press racks once gathered dust. Oxygen, wellness in a bottle. His stake in Oxygen, an oxygenated recovery drink, was less about beverage profits and more about athlete longevity. Oxygen funnels a percentage of sales into sports medicine research, and Curry insists sample pallets hit high school training rooms before courtside luxury suites. Guild education, debt-free degrees. Education touched a nerve. Curry left Davidson early, then finished his degree years later. Guild is now the tuition engine for 6.5 million frontline employees at Fortune 500 firms, and Eat, Learn, Play scholarships funnel graduates directly into those debt-free pathways. Curry hosts quarterly virtual town halls with Guild learners, quizzing them on coursework the same way coaches once quizzed him on Playbook. Curry brand, ownership over endorsement. Rather than sign another endorsement, he negotiated equity, launching Curry brand under Under Armour, with a mandate that profits circle back to youth sports. Since rollout, the brand has refurbished 20 outdoor courts, trained 15,000 volunteer coaches, and supplied 300,000 kids with gear. Upcoming lines include biodegradable performance shoes, designed in collaboration with students from Oakland Public Schools. Financial literacy with JP Morgan. Even money lessons get the Curry treatment. At the Advancing Black Wealth events, he swaps jersey for blazer, breaking down compound interest the way he once diagrammed the pick and roll. Step, pause, explode. Post-event surveys show nearly half of attendees start emergency savings plans within 3 months, an asset that won't show on any stat sheet. Collectively, these ventures echo his shooting form. Calculated release, soaring arc, impact that changes the score and the landscape. A legacy bigger than ball. The Chase Center is dark, seats empty, hardwood gleaming in ghostlight. Curry dribbles once, lets the echo fade, and speaks softly. If I'm only remembered for my game, I didn't finish mine. Images flood the screen, children sprinting across freshly painted courts, Howard golfers lifting crystal trophies, warehouse workers logging into night class, a kindergarten librarian stamping a unanimous picture book, an underrated alum signing a letter of intent. Access, inspiration, Ownership. 3 pillars holding up a legacy already taller than any highlight reel. Curry has shown that discipline, creativity, and faith travel. They work just as well in boardrooms, classrooms, and kitchen lines as they do beyond the arc. Before he leaves, he cups his hand to his ear, an arena ritual without a crowd, then smiles at the silence. Satisfied, the work will echo longer than the applause ever could. Outside, dawn blushes over San Francisco Bay. Riley, Ryan, and Cannon race toward him. He lowers the arena key, raises his children high, and together they jog into the light. Because when the final buzzer sounds, what lingers isn't points, it's possibilities. Stephen Curry, quietly, intentionally, is making sure those possibilities travel farther than any shot he's ever taken.